A boy was with his dog and he was singing happy birthday to him. At that moment, a woman goes to her daughter and asks what she could do to be forgiven. The girl then says that all she wanted was a dog. The boy then continues to sing happy birthday to his dog. The woman is surprised by that and says that the cell phone she had given her daughter was much better than a dog. The girl then says that she doesn't want the phone anymore and then goes to her mother's car. At that moment, the woman goes to the boy and asks how much he wanted to sell the dog, but the boy says he didn't want to sell the dog because he was her best friend. The woman then says that the boy shouldn't have had enough money to buy that dog and that he must have stolen it from someone else. She then asks who the boy stole that dog from, but the boy says he didn't steal it from anyone because that was his best friend and he wouldn't sell it. The woman then says that the boy shouldn't have money to buy that dog and that he wouldn't have money to take care of it either. The boy then says that he didn't care about the dog's monetary value as he was his best friend. He then asks the woman if she was able to sell someone from her family. The woman then says that the boy would not be able to take care of that dog and tells him to sell it to her, but he says that he would not. The woman then says that she had already wasted too much time talking to the boy and asks him to call his mother so she can talk to her, but the boy says that he had no mother. She then asks about the boy's father and he says that his father should be at work to get money for them to buy food. She then says that she has already lost her temper with the boy and then says she has a proposal for him. She then removes a large amount from her purse and hands it to the boy. She hands him a card with her address on it and tells him to look for her, but the boy says she won't take the money as it must be dirty. She then leaves and the boy tells his dog that he would never sell him. At this moment, the boy's father goes up to him and asks who was the woman he was talking to. He then says that woman was interested in buying his dog, but that he hadn't sold it. The man then asks how much the woman had offered for the dog and he says it is a very large amount. He then says that he wouldn't have the courage to sell his best friend and then gives his father the card with the woman's address. The man then asks his daughter if she would come back, but he says no, and if she did, he wouldn't sell his dog as they were the man's children and he wouldn't want to sell his children. The man then says that he would never do that to his son. Some time passes and the man was together with the dog. He then meets up with the woman and she was leaving her house. He then greets the woman, but she says she has no money to give. At that moment, she realizes that he was with the dog and he says that his son had given him her address. She then says that she wanted to talk to him about the dog and asks him to come over to her house. The man then enters the woman's house and she tells him that he could feel at ease. She then asks how much he would like to receive for the dog. The man starts to say that the dog was a memory of his wife, but the woman interrupts her saying that everyone has a price. She then asks why he went there and he says that his son was very sick. He then asks how much was there and she says it was a lot of money and would pay for whatever he wanted. He then says that the dog was a memory of his wife, but she doesn't care about that and takes the dog in the man's hands. She then takes the dog in her arms and says that he was very beautiful. She then said that she knew the dog would not be missed by the man, but that dog would be very important to her. She then said that the dog was very beautiful and at that moment, her daughter asked who was there. The woman then tells her daughter that there is no one in the house and then tells the man to leave. He then leaves very sad and the woman tells the boy that now he would have to take a good bath to be introduced to her daughter. Later, the man goes to his son and asks why he is crying. The boy then says that his dog was gone because he couldn't find him anywhere. The man then says that he was trying to look for the dog, but that he couldn't find it anywhere. He then promises his son that he would find his dog, but the boy asks his father to do everything possible, as the dog was the only memory he had of his mother. The man then told his son not to worry about it as they could get another dog, but the boy says he didn't want another dog and he wanted his friend back. Later, the woman goes up to her daughter and tells her that she had a surprise for her. She then shows the dog to her daughter, but she does not react as the woman expected. She then asks her daughter what happened, as she always wanted a dog. The girl then says that that dog was her friend's, and that surprises the woman. She says that she had met the boy the day before and that dog belonged to him. So we're going to show you then the day before, the girl went up to the boy and praised his dog. The boy says that was her best friend, and then the girl says that she wanted a dog too, but her mother didn't want to get her one. The boy is very happy that the girl has come to talk to him, and so she asks if they could be friends and play together. The boy then says that they couldn't play together, because his father had said that he was very sick and that if he played, his health could get worse. The girl then says that it wasn't a program, because she could visit him every day and asks what he thought about it. The boy is very happy with that and says he was looking forward to being able to play with her. The girl then tells her mother that he was the boy's best friend and that he was very sick. The woman then says that she didn't understand what her daughter was saying and then tells her that she must be mistaken. The girl then says that her friend was very sick and that she didn't need a dog, but her mother's attention. The woman then said that her daughter knew that she worked a lot and that she couldn't give her daughter much attention, but the girl says that she knew that her mother was very busy. She says that even so, she needed her mother to pay attention to her, because she felt very alone. The woman then sits down next to her daughter and asks her forgiveness. The girl then says that she forgave her mother, but asks her to do the right thing and return the dog to her friend. The woman then says that she would make that account her daughter was asking for, and then she gets up. Meanwhile, the man was telling his son that he needs to eat, but he says he doesn't want to eat and asks his father to look for his dog, but the man says that he didn't know where the dog was. At that moment, the woman appears along with the dog and then the boy goes to him. He hugs the dog and is very happy to see his friend again. The woman then says that that dog should lose being the boy and that she was just taking care of him. The man comes in, agrees with that, and thanks the woman for her help. The boy then greets the girl and tells them to play together. They then go to play together and the woman approaches the man. She then said she was going to apologize to him, but he said he needed to give her the money back. She then says that she didn't need the man to return the money to her, as she should have listened to what he had to say. She says that what she had done was wrong and apologizes to him. She then says that she had tried to fill a void that her daughter felt towards her, but that it had been wrong and that she had realized that all a son needed was the love and affection of her parents. She says that she had realized that now and that she wanted to make it right. She then apologizes to the man and says that she was still learning from all that. She then says that she had a proposition for the man and asks if his son really was sick. The man then says yes and that he had only sold the dog as he needed to pay for his son's treatment. The woman says he had tried to warn her, but she wouldn't listen. She then says that she wanted to help the man pay for his son's treatment. She said that after everything that had happened between them, it was the least she could do to make it up to him. The man then tells her that she didn't need to worry about that, as she had already returned her son's dog and that was enough. The woman then says that she really wanted to help the boy and that for that she would also offer the man a job. This makes the man very happy and he asks if that was true. She then says yes, as she really wanted to help the two. The man said he was trying to look for a job but couldn't due to his condition. She then says that from that day on, they would have a new life. The man then thanks the woman and says that she accepted. The woman then calls the children and tells them to go to the party. She says they were going to celebrate her daughter's birthday, and so they do.